You know, so many brilliant people have a book inside them, but that thought of actually starting, yeah, it feels completely overwhelming, right? You are definitely not alone. But the secret isn't just trying harder, it's about having a smarter plan. So today we're gonna unlock a framework that gives your big idea the powerful foundation it really needs to succeed.
First things first, let's totally reframe how we think about planning. We usually see it as this boring hurdle we just have to get over, but this quote, it just nails it. Planning isn't the tedious part. It's where all the magic happens. It is the foundation. And if you get this right, I promise you, the rest of the process, the writing, the editing, the launch, it all flows with so much more confidence and frankly, ease.
Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually build that solid foundation? How do you get from just a spark of an idea to a concrete plan that's gonna hold up? Well, the good news is, it's way simpler than you think.
Here's how we're gonna cut right through that feeling of overwhelm. It all comes down to making just three, core decisions before you even type a single word. Think of these three choices as your North Star for the entire project. Let's walk through them one by one.
First up, and this one is absolutely non-negotiable, you have to find your focused topic. And I don't mean a broad subject, like marketing or leadership. I mean one specific, potent idea that you can truly own. This is the very first hurdle where so many potential authors stumble.
And you can see the huge difference right here. On one side, you have the generalist mistake, trying to cram every single thing you know into one book. The result? It's just a confusing, watered-down message. But the expert, they focus on solving one core problem. And that laser focus, that's what positions you as the authority.
So how do you actually land on that perfect topic? Well, it's not just about what you're good at. It's about finding that sweet spot, that perfect overlap, where three critical elements all come together.
And here they are. This is your topic's sweet spot. It's the intersection of your expertise, which you know inside and out, your passion, which you genuinely care about enough to write a whole book on, and market demand, what people are actually out there looking for help with. You really do need all three. Passion gets you through the tough writing days, but market demand makes sure you have an audience waiting for you. When those three circles align, you've struck gold.
All right, let's move on to our second core decision. You figured out your what, now it's time for your who. And the trick here is to completely forget about writing for a vague, generic audience. Instead of an audience, you're going to create an ideal reader avatar. This is a super detailed profile of one single person. And this avatar, it becomes your ultimate filter. For every single decision you make, from the tone of your writing to the cover design, you just ask yourself, does this serve my avatar? If the answer is no, it's out. Simple as that.
Building this avatar is actually a really fun creative exercise. Work through these 5 questions. Give this person a name. Where do they hang out online? What podcasts do they listen to? What keeps them up at night? And be super specific about the problem you're solving just for them. The more real this person becomes to you, the more powerfully your book is going to resonate.
So, you've got your topic and you've got your reader. Now for the final core decision. Building that bridge that takes you from a great idea to a finished book that's out in the world. And that bridge, that's your publishing plan.
I absolutely love this blueprint metaphor. Your plan isn't some rigid set of rules you can't break. It's a guide. It's a living document that gives you structure and keeps you pointed in the right direction, but it also has room for flexibility as you learn and grow through the process.
So your blueprint should answer these 6 key questions. You've already done the hard work on the who and the what. Now we get to think about the where, when, and how of publishing. But honestly, the most important question on this list is the why. Your why is your anchor. It's what's going to keep you going when the writing gets tough and the motivation fades.
Okay, you've made the 3 core decisions, and that alone is a massive step forward. But now, let's talk about a few bonus ingredients of impact that can really elevate your book from just good to truly unforgettable.
Now, don't think of these as just little details to worry about later. You want to bake these ingredients right into your plan from the very beginning. A clear structure makes your book a breeze to read, actionable advice gives your reader real wins, and things like case studies and compelling chapter titles, they make your ideas stick. These elements transform your book from just information into a genuine experience.
And this, right here, is the core idea of this whole explainer. Planning isn't a chore you have to get through. It is the strategic backbone of your book. Investing time here doesn't delay the writing, it actually speeds it up. It makes the entire journey from that first messy draft to launch day so much smoother and way more successful.
So, I'll leave you with this one thought. Stop thinking about writing a book. Instead, think about solving one specific problem for one specific person. What is that problem and who is that person? The moment you can answer that, you're not overwhelmed anymore. You're an author with a plan.